so we got 2 passes here done. I'll tell you what, considering these conditions, I think this is turning out really, really well. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Mike and you're watching Triple T Acres, and I've got the tractor here and the tiller on. We got some tractor work today. We're gonna be cutting in a driveway with the tiller, and we're gonna be using this front loader. And it is such a unique way to do this. I haven't seen anybody do it. I've done this one other time on a concrete pad and it worked out awesome. So we're gonna try that today. We're gonna cut out some topsoil, create a nice driveway back to my buddy's barn, and we're gonna be doing all that today. So stick around guys, I hope you enjoy the video. Here's the plan. We've got the house and the driveway here. He wants to build a building back here, and we need to make a driveway. So we're gonna come across here, we're gonna use the tiller, and we're gonna loosen up that topsoil. And after that, we'll be able to come back through with the loader and scoop it up. But we're gonna cut this thing back to here, and then right here in the future, he's gonna have a barn built. So we're gonna get all the topsoil out, give a place so that they can put the gravel in, and give them a nice driveway to it. And here's my setup. I just have a Countryway 5-foot tiller. That's what we're gonna be working with. I got a hydraulic top link, makes it super easy to adjust the depth on that. And then of course my LS tractor and the front loader, that's what we're gonna be taking this topsoil out with. Now before we run this tiller, he's gonna take his mower and he's gonna scalp that grass as far down as possible. We're gonna get as close to the dirt as we can. That way it's not getting all tangled up into the tiller. Either way, I think the tiller would be okay tilling it up, but I think it's still gonna make it a lot easier for it to work. All right, so we've got it marked off out here. It's a little more wet than we really wanted to, but here in Ohio, it's just been raining so much. We gotta get this done before they start the barn build. But what he's doing, he's probably gonna cut it down a few times, get it nice and scalped. We got a marker for the front right corner of the driveway, and he's just gonna carve out the area, and then I'll know exactly what I need to till, and it should work out really good. We'll get this thing all scalped down and we'll start tilling. All right, we got it all scalped, and let me tell you, it was probably devastating for my buddy to do this because he has a well-manicured lawn. So scalping stuff down like that just hurts his heart, but I think we got it down low enough. Again, it's pretty wet. We'll see how this stuff comes up. Ideally, you want it to be dry because it'll make like a powder, and then it's a lot easier to scoop up. But we'll see how this works. I think it's gonna still be fine, but again, we'll see what it looks like here in a minute. We're gonna try to till back towards this way, and then we're gonna remove the dirt and go away from it, because you don't wanna drive over the stuff that you're tilling, because you don't wanna pack it in. The idea is to get it loose and then be able to scoop it up with your bucket. Without further ado, let's get on the tractor. Let's start getting this stuff out of here. All right, we're gonna take our first pass here. I'm gonna know pretty quickly whether this is gonna be a muddy mess or not. I have a feeling it is, but yeah, we'll see. Oh, I think it's gonna be muddy. There goes nothing. Nice and loose. Dig it out. Now the key thing here is to not drive over your tracks. Because the idea is to keep it nice and loose. What's also nice about the tiller is it kind of gives me a measurable width, because I know my tiller cuts about 5 foot wide. So if I run 2 passes, I know the drive's going to be about 10 feet wide. All right, pass number 2, here we go. Okay, so we got 2 passes here done. I'm gonna start with that. I don't wanna come over here because we just have a little shaving off here. The idea, again, is not to drive over this stuff. It's nice and loose. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna come in from this backside. We're gonna scoop this up a little bit at a time. And then he's got some low spots back here. We're gonna pour it basically on the backside of where his barn's gonna be located. And then as it dries out, we'll be able to come back later on and grade that out. So now we're just gonna come in this way and start chunking away the loose stuff. Now we're gonna learn a lot real quick in these first couple scoops on how well this job is gonna do. I've done this before. I've never had it in this wet of conditions, but if this works in wet conditions, then we're in good shape. First cut, here we go. All right, oh yeah, yeah. Sweet, okay, we got a full bucket here. Now, I gotta be really careful because I can get buried. It's really soft right there. I gotta try not to slip. Things can go south real fast. That wasn't too bad. Try scoop number 2 here. I think it's doing, I mean, considering what we got going on here.
Like, I genuinely don't know if the skid steer is much faster.
No, dude.
Once you get to chill.
Yeah, oh, for sure. You see on my tractor, this little rod that comes out, you see that, how it's coming out?
Yeah.
When I get to there, that tells me my bucket's level. And so what I do is I got this all tilled up, and I keep that level, and I get a nice level scoop.
You're already where your first cut was.
Exactly. I'm just tilling this last little strip here and we'll dig it out. All right, this is what we're down to. I think I got just a couple high spots that I can take with the bucket, but it's really not too bad down at the bottom. I'll tell you what, considering these conditions, I think this is turning out really, really well. So yeah, we'll just take these last couple skim coats off and I think we're gonna be good to go. You know, I always forget to ask, but if you enjoy this kind of content, hit that like button right now, subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. And I just never remember to ask mid-film. I always ask at the end, and a lot of people are already gone at the end, but yeah, just do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. All right, there it is. It's all cut in. And again, this is worst case scenario, but he should be able to get gravel in here. He's gonna run some geotextile fabric down here first, and then they're gonna have the truck come in here and get his driveway in. I think it did really good considering how muddy it was. All right, guys, a tractor and the tiller cut in this driveway. And again, this was a worst case scenario. Everything was muddy. If you can only imagine what it would be like if it was dry. I've definitely done this before, cutting in a nice concrete pad, and it worked really, really well. But nonetheless, this is ready for gravel. But guys, think outside the box. If you have a tiller, you can do this and it makes it so much easier. But guys, if you like this kind of content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. But until next time, we'll see you in the next video.